What's good, Colts fans? Welcome back to a new episode of Horseshoe Mob Podcast, guys. And hey, let's get back into this training camp. We are officially a week away from a full training camp, guys. So let's give a cheers for that, guys. Full week of training camp. A lot of news that we can talk about. A lot of players that making impacts. Been making impacts in the training camp practices, and I'm excited. Austin, how about yourself, man?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been exciting. I just love. We talked about it last week. I love when football's back. Just seeing the clips, anything.
Yeah, anything, from them dots from Daniel Jones, from his progress, from recovery from his injury, and from the other things that we see from individual players in the position battles. So I'm excited to see this football. Like you said, we're back, guys, and let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsorship before we get started, which is fanbattlesports.com, guys. You can find us now on Substack where you can see all the past episodes. You can see the articles that's written on there. You're going to see some merchandise coming soon, guys. Just stay patient on that. Got merchandise coming soon where you can support us. Again, thanks for all the support for the 5 years as we've been rocking, guys. We've been going for 5 years, and we appreciate all the support, guys. And if you're watching us on Facebook, you're watching us on X, you're watching us on Twitch, YouTube, all the above, give us a like, give us a share, and give us a comment. Also, give us a follow. Support us. Let us know that you're here. You can join the comment section, such as Miss Teresa. I think she's here. Teresa, hey, welcome back to this episode. Hopefully, we're going to stay live on Facebook, guys. I think I figured out what it was. Me and Austin kept going back and forth trying to figure out what it was, and they didn't give us a legit reason why they kept taking it down. So, hopefully, guys, we are on Facebook the entire time for tonight episode. So, if we have any problems, guys, let us know. We'll try to get that fixed. But in the meantime, guys, keep watching, keep tuning in, and keep supporting the Horseshoe Mob podcast. Thank you guys for that. Give another cheer on that. So, as I spoke on for us our sponsorship, which is Fan Battle Sports. Let's go ahead and talk about this recap for the training camp. And I wouldn't be remiss if I didn't introduce my co-host Austin before we get into that training camp. Austin, it's been a week since we've been on podcast. How you feeling, man? I know you got a new look right now. So let
Yeah,
everybody know how you got a new look, and new season, new look.
yeah. I mean, football's here, so I got a new look. I shaved my head. We're rocking the bald look. I like it. I think it looks good, and I feel good and happy that Colts football's back.
So what you're saying is you turn 30 and then you have a new look. Getting older, and you're a dad now. New look, new season. I like that, man. I like that, man. I like the new look. AC. So hey, man, let's go. Let's continue what you're doing, your journey, wherever you're headed. I support it, and we love it as a brotherhood and as a podcast family, man. So yeah, man. Back to this training camp recap from the week. The last time we was on, training camp just started. We ain't really seen much. We just saw maybe comments or tweets that players or uh, coming to practice, players hurt. And now I think right after that player got hurt, which is CJ Allen, he returned practice. And he has been making a name for himself. So let's speak on CJ Allen and what you've seen from him thus far from returning from injury and the things that he said in his interview.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's pretty much what we expected him to be. He's gonna be the green dot guy on defense. He's gonna be a leader. He said his southern accent. He has to really enunciate his words.
Yeah.
Um, but I think he's ready for it. I think even as a rookie, he did it at Georgia, so I think that prepared him to be that guy for our defense, and that's what we've needed for a couple years now. Some just a different type of leader at that linebacker spot. So I mean, I'm excited for him. I think he's gonna play. I think he's gonna be a really good player in the NFL.
See, what about the injury that he suffered and why he got injured? You watched that clip on that?
Yeah, they said he worked out twice in one day, and he said he just pushed himself a little too hard. I'd say it's more precautionary. He probably could have practiced, but it's probably good to just stay off of it uh, as much as he could. So, yeah.
So you hear that, Colts fans? You have a rookie that said he practiced twice in one day when he shouldn't have. So that shows a leader in the making that he practiced too much. Yeah, you don't want to get injured, but he practiced too much to where he was trying to get better, trying to get more reps in, and he injured himself, which, it happens. We don't want it to happen a lot as often, but it happened, and he came back to practice, and he never missed a beat. So shout out to him. And his quick recovery and being able to be back on the field. I think him and Bryce was taking first team reps.
Yeah.
Can't remember
Yeah, I
what day it
think
was.
Akeem Gathers, I think that's his name, he was sick,
Hmm.
and CJ Allen and, Bryce was both first team, and we said that. We've said that for a while since we drafted him. We were like, "Our linebackers weren't that deep." Bryce could end up playing and could end up starting some games. So, I
Hmm.
mean, if he's already starting training camp the first week, I think he can be a sleeper that we got in the 4th round.
I want to say both are the same type of player. I think CJ the better coverage linebacker, but they both are thumpers. They both can hit, and that's what you want. You don't want any guys that miss tackles, as we had with who's the guy EJ Speed, and we had with Zaire Franklin, who was up there in the missed tackles category, which you don't have anybody on your team that's up in top 5 or top 10 in missed tackles. So you got two guys that are known to hit guys. So uh, it's good to see those young guys having those first team reps and making a name for themselves in those reps, and they were good reps at that. Besides the one today, I think he missed on JT, but JT is a veteran, so
Yeah.
I can't fault him for that.
Yeah, you gotta give him some grace, especially going up against one of the best, if not the best running backs in the league.
I agree. And anything else, we've seen um, Daniel Jones continue to progress outside of his interception that he had trying to force it to Tyler Warren, which we know that's going to be one of his top targets. He'd been dotting all over the field, and they were speaking highly of him for his Pat McAfee and another guy that's on ESPN spoke highly of him, saying that he didn't, if he didn't know that he was injured, he saw that he was playing extremely well or having extremely good camp thus far. What you're seeing from Daniel Jones and his progression from his injury and how he's practicing well, and it seemed like he never missed a beat from his first 10 weeks of last year.
Yeah, and another guy that talked about him was Michael Pittman Jr. And just to still get praise from a guy that went to another team, it just shows like Daniel Jones is real. He's real. He's earned respect from a lot of guys across the league. So it's nice to see him get a little respect. But as far as on the field, yeah, he threw that interception. They said it probably would have been a sack if it was the actual like game. Like he probably
Hmm.
would have been sacked. So he probably just forced something. But I think that might be the only interception he's had so far.
Yes.
And our wide receiver core isn't all there, but our defensive backs pretty much have been. So I mean, I think he's doing really well, especially hearing everybody say he doesn't even look like you can't even tell he's coming back from this Achilles tear, which is really good to hear. And hopefully that just continues and he continues to grow and be able to lead this offense to where we want it to be.
They also say he scrambled on a couple of plays as well. So another
Yeah.
welcome sight to see as well that he's able to move with his legs and able to get out of pocket and make some plays and stem plays and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see that, and he's progressing well to be that week 1 starter against the Ravens. So I'm excited for that. So shout out to him as well. Happy birthday, Mister. We said Fulton M Reyes. Happy birthday on the 20th. We didn't have an episode, so uh, happy birthday, 27th birthday. So yeah, shout out to you and your birthday. Teresa, that's better than tapping out. Hey, I know, guys. We don't. We're gonna talk about that too. Anthony Richardson didn't have. He had a bad couple of days. I saw some reps or saw some tweets, and as well as reps, and it didn't look good for him. It didn't look promising for him for a guy that we picked a couple years ago, the 4th overall pick. But we get into that. But he didn't. TJ did not. He did not tap out. He did not. He returned to practice and he performed extremely well. Another thing I want to talk about is Mooney Ward, guys. Mooney Ward. had an interview since the last time we've been on an episode. He had an interview say that he was about 85% sure that he was going to retire after the season, but now he is fully committed and working with the team. Austin, how you feeling about him now being committed? Because we weren't sure if he's going to be with the team or not, but now he's fully committed and gearing up to have this duo with Sauce Gardner and the rest of the guys and Justin Wiley as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Mooney Ward's a really, really good cornerback, and as a Colts fan, I'm very happy that he's on our secondary. I'm glad that he found that extra motivation to be able to come back and play, and I hope that he continues to love the game because if he doesn't love the game, then there's no point in playing the game.
Correct.
Um, so I mean, hearing that he was that close to retiring and he's back, I think that should be a good thing. I don't think anybody should be worried because, like, if he was gonna retire, he would have retired.
Right.
Um, so we just gotta hope that he can stay healthy. And I know, if he's on the field, he's gonna make plays.
He made one today. Or was it yesterday? He made one. Was it today he
Yeah,
made?
it was. I don't remember. It was one of the days, but I saw the. I think I saw the clip today.
Yes. So yeah, I don't know. We never know when it happened, but like I said, the clip was today where I don't know. Was it? It hasn't been Daniel Jones targeting somebody. I can't remember who the
Yeah,
intended
it might
receiver
have
were.
been Doolin, if I'm not
Doolin.
mistaken.
Yeah, it didn't fare well for Doolin because it was an incomplete pass. Uh, what you want to see that you want to see Mooney continue to get those reps. And a guy that was like you said, 80% is pretty high on return. That's pretty high. He was almost out the door, which we knew that
Yeah.
possibility because, and we also were looking at getting that cap back. Don't know what we would have done with it because Bradley don't do anything with it. So I mean, we got money now. We got 20 plus million, 24, 25 plus million. We haven't done nothing with it. So we got receivers out there that are available.
Keenan Allen.
And yes, Keelan Allen. So and he's available. Debo Samuel got picked up by his former team. Only cost them 7 million. So yeah, it's a concern the receiving core, but I like what I saw from the Coach Killer, NWI. I don't know his last name, so I'm going to say NWI because that's what they call him. So I saw a rep where he got a pass from a great catch from him, by the way. Got a pass from Daniel Jones, and he mossed second year cornerback Justin Wiley. I wasn't excited for Justin Wiley having that bad rep, but iron sharpens iron. How are you feeling about that play as far as the receiver goes, and then what Justin Wiley didn't do on that?
Yeah, that play, and I feel like I've seen Westbrook Akine's name mentioned several times this first week. I mean, he's making a name. Like, if we don't make any more moves, he could easily fill in and actually get quality playing time on our offense. He's looking good. That play, especially, is the one play we saw on video that he's made. But everything I'm hearing, he's looking really good so far. And as far as Justin Wally, he's a young cornerback, and there's the type of plays that people are going to make. I don't think it was a bad rep by him. I think it was more of a really good rep by Westbrook Akine than that. But I think there was also another video. I don't remember who it was against, but Wally had a
Doolin,
really good play. Doolin. Okay,
yes,
that might have been the one I was thinking of for
Mooney.
Ward. But either way, like, a really good play, really good pass breakup. Because Wally's name has been mentioned in positive a lot this week as well. Yeah, so I think for both guys, it's been really good. So really good start of training camp, and hopefully it continues, and they both make plays when it actually matters.
Yeah, like you said, we've been hearing a lot of things about Justin Wiley. Yeah, of course, he's just getting his feet up under him as well, getting those good reps, and he needed those type of plays against him to make him better. And then he came back and then he defended, Doolin, who's extremely fast. He defended him, and it was deflection. So uh, I'm excited to see that. Continue. He didn't let that hinder him from progressing his protecting his craft. He went out and came back and did a great rep against another receiver. So and he's gonna have those type of receivers, those type of looks. I mean, even when Allen Pierce come back, if he comes back during training camp, he's gonna have those type of same looks against bigger receivers. He's not gonna be defending 6'1" all the time or 6 foot. He's gonna be defending some larger receivers as well across the middle. Um, and I'm excited to see that he came back on that rep as well. So shout out to him not letting that getting him down on that. She's she actually want. I don't want to finish the sentence, but you see it. You see it.
Yeah.
I don't think Bree would be happy about that. I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know about the Bree is, she very protective of her husband, and rightfully so. So I don't think she's gonna be happy with that. So, it's one between you, Ty, between you two. So I don't want to get in between that, but we're gonna stick back to this. We're gonna get back to this training camp and what else that we saw in this training camp. JT, we're gonna talk about this. Go ahead and get it out. Let's address the elephant in the room. JT and his contract extension. It doesn't seem like he's gonna hold out or hold in or whatever you want to call it. It seems like he's gonna go ahead and practice. A couple years ago he didn't want to do that. He held out and he ended up getting his contract within during the season within like what week 4. He ended up getting paid
Yeah.
a couple years ago. But it seemed like now he's just gonna let his agent, do his job. Got the same agent as last time, but I think they kind of they repaired that relationship and they're kind of working towards getting an extension at some point. Maybe not what Bijan Robinson got, which he got a hell of a lot. 51 guarantee. I think he got a $75 million deal.
Yeah, 3
Um,
years, 75.
I don't, yeah, he's not getting that kind of money. Dang it, he's not getting that. And he continues to express that he wants to be a coach for life, which is a positive from years and years ago when he held out. He didn't want to say anything. He was very non-committable. So now he seems like he's very on board with what's going on right now. He's going to continue playing, continue practicing, and whenever those things happen, it's going to happen. How you feel about that? I know you got something to say about um, what he said about him and his agent and the team. He's proud about, not proud. He's confident.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, he's mentioned wanting to be a Colt for life. Carly mentioned they want him to be a Colt for life. Everything's pointing towards he's gonna get an extension. Um, I don't think he'll get what Bijan got. I don't think he'll get what Gibbs is gonna get. Um,
Whew.
but like a couple years ago when he held out or held in, whatever, however you want to look at it, um, he was younger and he was trying to get his first extension. And a lot of guys do that. They hold out or hold in just to get what they feel like they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you can say, well, he shouldn't have done that. Whatever. The past is in the past. He got paid, and he's here now, and he's a really good leader for this offense. Um, and I think what he's doing is showing like he's grew, he's changed, he's a different person than he was a few years ago. He's more mature, and the way he's talking, like I said, it seems like there's going to be an extension. It seems like everybody wants him to be a Colt for life. So I don't think it's anything to be worried about. I think as a Colt fan, we should be excited because we have a guy like JT who is, like I said earlier, arguably the best running back in the league, wanting to be on our team for th- the
Years to come.
future.
Yeah. And when you spoke on what Carly Gordon said about him, she wanted him to be a coach for life, blue chip guy, blue collar guy, and she spoke highly of him. Really don't see that from my owner speaking highly. They even posted a clip of him having that conversation earlier today about the contract extension. You don't see that often. Him saying,
Yeah,
"Hey, he gonna get with his agent and see what they can get for his extension wise." Um, this is a different tune from years ago. I mean, I know we are past that. We Colts fan forgave him. We was all mad, rightfully so, because we like, come on, man. You know,
yeah,
you just so imagine you got injured. You're injured and you don't want to play anymore. And you sat out for 4 games on the pup, and soon you got paid, you was available week 5. Come on, guy. You know, and his agent was being, excuse my language, being a dick, which that's what agents are. That's what they do. Their job is to make sure their client get a contract extension. So I get both sides, but you didn't have to do it that way. JT was pouting in practice. You see him in his hoodie, walk around, didn't want to practice, and he just seemed like he was in a bad mood, which which at the time were a distraction for a team that didn't have a quarterback. I think it was Anthony Richardson's first year, rookie year. Yeah, it's the first rookie. It was a rookie year. We had of course, he got hurt, and Gardner he took over. But yeah, we fast forward now. He seemed like a different. He's mature, have a different tune. He's prepared to play even on his last deal up until a contract is met. So I'm excited for him. I'm also excited for what could happen for us getting an extension. Again, it won't be nowhere near the 75 million. It won't guarantee. I don't know, but my question I've been sharing across social media: will JT reset the running back market? Austin, will he reset it?
To me, after we saw what Bijan got and then what we can expect Gibbs to get, I don't think JT's gonna reset it. But I do think he'll get paid as like I think he'll get paid what he deserves. Not saying he doesn't deserve more than those guys. He's just a little older than those guys, so
Mhm.
it's a little different right now. But I do think he'll get paid.
That's up there. What they're going to get, what Gibbs going to get, because he's a two-way player, is going to be, yeah, he's going to get a lot because he's good at receiving and running back, and he's now the leading back for the Lions. So you're right about that. I didn't think about that, but chat, give us your opinion. Will Jonathan Taylor reset the market on his next deal? The team expressed that they want him back. He expressed he want to be back. So they both can come together. We get a contract. I don't know what it's going to be. Uh, because he is he probably a top five, easily top three running back in the league. Clearly, in numbers. Uh, I know him and Bijan had the thing. The numbers kind of similar, I think. But clearly, and then he has what 96, 97 in the game, Madden game. It's 97, 96.
96, yeah.
So I mean, he getting his respect that's old. So I would like for the team to go ahead and get that done. Not saying that the running backs that we have now because Seth McCowan has he been turning heads as well. So let's talk about him as well for the running back two position. How you feel about that position in that battle between him and Giddens?
Yeah, I mean, today seemed to be Seth's day.
Yes.
And JT shouted him out. Um, Apparently he's looking good, and I'm good. I mean, I'm good with having a number two. He compared him to David Montgomery, which is incredible if he's our RB2. Like we got JT, and then we got Seth coming in to give him a little bit of a break. I'm happy with that.
And he's another two-way player as well. Catch out of the backfield, which I said he's been catching everything out of the backfield and making extremely good plays in camp. Just haven't seen the videos yet, but maybe that'll come in the next couple of weeks or next 3 days, where we
Yeah, I
see
think I
Seth.
saw a video of one of his runs, like
Mhm.
where he bounced it to the outside, and he looks fast. Like
Oh,
I
he
mean,
looks.
it's promising for sure.
I haven't seen the thing with with DJ Giddens, but maybe we'll see those at
Yeah,
some point as well. So, um, yeah, I like what I'm seeing. Uh, Another thing is a lot of people are indifferent. A lot of people are excited about, but Sauce Gardner, his play been pretty good, and also what he said yesterday that between him and Davis Ward, they could form one of the best duos, best secondaries in the league. How you like that confidence in those two guys? We know with Sauce, his confidence is always high, regardless. How you feel
yeah.
about that? Him saying that.
I mean, personally, I love it. I love the confidence. I think that's what you have to have as a cornerback in the NFL. You have to believe that you're better than everybody else that's out there. Um, and I think Sauce is arguably better than everybody else out there. And then Mooney, when he's healthy, he's up there as well.
Hmm.
So why could they not be the best duo in the league? Because I
They've
think,
shown it. Yeah.
yeah, like as long as they're healthy, I think they can be.
That's going to be a problem for a quarterback because who would you pick on?
And then if Wally is who we think he is, that's dangerous. and then you got Halsey and you got Bynum. I'm telling you, our secondary might be up there. I don't know.
I mean, we still got the guys that Cambret Taylor. We added him in our season. He's a former
They
Bengal.
said when he filled in for Mooney that one day, he looked he looked pretty good. And I mean, he's a backup. So if
Right.
if he can come in and play, then that's perfect.
That's depth that you're talking about. We
Yeah.
haven't had
That's
that.
the
We haven't,
depth that we need, not the kind of depth that Ballard usually gets.
which, oh man, Brandon Facison and all the other
Yeah.
bombs that we had in the past. I mean, we haven't even seen anything about Jalen Jones, which probably gonna be odd man out, which we said a couple of weeks ago that he'd be odd man out because there's too much going on, too much better players than him. I know he's a 7 round player. He made a name for himself his first couple of years in the league, but right now he seems like he's on the bottom of the totem pole in that room because there's too many guys ahead of him that are extremely good. And I hate that for a young guy that's trying to build his career up. And just injuries and just inconsistency that made him fall down and down and down. And we haven't seen anything in Campbell with him either. We haven't seen anything. We haven't even seen much of the other guys in even like Jalen Carlisle. We haven't seen much of the other draft picks from George. Is it George Gomes? We haven't seen much of
I
Farmer.
saw something about Gums yesterday or today. He was going against, I guess, like third string guys, and he was doing well against those guys. But yeah, other than that, nothing.
Caden Curry, anything with the Ohio State guy?
I don't think I saw anything about how he's doing.
We also saw Doolin. Doolin, he's always going to make a play in every offseason and every training camp.
Yeah,
Doolin's going to show up. Ashton Doolin's, I don't want to say he's the epitome of a receiver because
I mean,
I
he's a
wouldn't say that.
dog.
But he's been making plays. I mean, I don't know if that's just because he haven't got a real shot at being a legit receiver in this core, but he has been
Yeah,
making plays in training camp. He has.
yeah. I mean, we know his speed. We know what he has.
Mhm.
He's just never been one of our top receivers. But like whenever he's on the field, he's made plays. We've seen him make plays. Um, so I think, he's just one of those guys that you can always rely on to be there, whether it is special teams or to make a play on offense.
And where have you seen from Josh Downs? And I know he makes a couple plays as well. Him and the connection with him and Daniel
Yeah.
Jones.
I'm really liking what I see from Josh Downs, and we talked about how we think that this could be a breakout year last week, and I still believe that after seeing some clips about how he's doing. Seeing him just excites me, and I really hope that we can get a deal done. That way, we can keep him along with Alec Pierce for years to come.
Yeah, like you said, what you said a couple weeks ago resonated in my mind that it's better to sign him now than to wait to have a big year and have a problem where we got to owe him 30 million or 28 million a year, which would be too much for two receivers. I don't think I want to ever have that type of issue going. But that's why you traded Michael Pittman because he didn't have the money to pay Alec Pierce, which it was deserving as well because he was healthy, got his first 1,000 yard, had his. I mean, you give him more targets, he have over 1,000 yards. He have what 1,100, 1,200. He only had 47 catches for 1,003. So um, I don't know if Josh Downs have similar numbers. I think he'll get close to that. I think I give him in the 800-900 range with probably 70 catches on the outside, and he have Westbrook being in the middle also helped Josh Downs, and that was also Alec Pierce. But is there any concerns about this group right now, receiver wise? I know we mentioned Ken Allen, but you said we're not at full strength. So what concerns are you having in camp? Because you can give all the
Yeah,
credit to the DBs, but I mean they don't really
I mean,
they're not.
obviously, the guy that's missing, Alec Pierce, our wide receiver one, got to get him back healthy for sure. Um, but like, yeah, Westbrook Akine's making plays. Yeah, Doolin's making plays. But like we said, we don't want those guys to be like every down guys. We want them to make plays, yes, but we don't need them to be our one or two.
No,
We need we need Alec Pierce, we need Josh Downs, and then I think we could add there's like Keenan Allen. We've mentioned Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's better than Westbrook Akine and Doolin, like right now, coming off this off the
Oh,
streets,
street.
off this couch. Um, I think just add in one more guy
Brandon
that
IU.
can. I mean, I don't know about Brandon Ayuk, but adding one more guy that could come in and actually be that guy and not just a depth piece.
Yeah.
Um, I think would help our offense. I think our offense is going to be better than it was last year, which is crazy to say because we had such a good offense to start the season. But I just see the potential there to be better.
And I agree with that. I'm looking at the available free agent receivers that are out there right now. Uh, uh,
I think the only one that would make the most sense is Keenan Allen, if I remember correctly.
I'll take Stephon Diggs
Yeah, I think. I mean, he had a really good year last year, and as long as he's not in any trouble,
and have no more
I'd be
babies.
okay. I'd be okay with bringing Diggs in as well because, yeah, I mean, he's getting up there along with Keenan Allen, but
Mm-hmm.
he he showed last year that he can still make some plays and still be a guy in the offense.
DeAndre Hopkins, I know he didn't have him retire yet. They say he retired, but he said that he didn't officially retire. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I think he's a little getting a little washed. He didn't really do anything the past couple of years.
Tyreek Hill, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting, honestly. Tyreek Hill. A little interesting. If he's healthy, I don't know.
Yeah,
That could be fun.
yeah. I mean, not saying these are. I'm not advocating for those guys other than Keenan
Yeah,
Allen.
just who's available.
Yeah, who's available. So
Yeah, I think Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, if you got any one of those, as long as they're healthy, would elevate our offense just that much more.
that's what you want. You want for a GM that feel like he's a defeated, GM. I would go out swinging. At least you say,
Yeah.
hey, I went out
If
I
yeah,
went
if
out.
you want to keep your job, prove it. Like bring in somebody at wide receiver, bring in one more guy edge, do something to prove that you deserve this job.
You deserve an extension, like you say. You're not going to sign him because you want to win. And to prove that, not saying get washed guys, but get guys that you
Oh
know.
yeah, just try to prove yourself.
Correct.
Like try to win.
Don't
Like
be
yeah,
like
I think we have a good team, but just a little bit more.
don't be like Ryan Grigson and go out and get the oldest guys like Andre Johnson and that linebacker that came from Philly who was pretty. It was a Trent Cole. We had a bunch of old guys. I mean, it was pathetic. Uh, I know he went swung for the fences, but because you had a quarterback in Andrew Luck, but this year we have a guy that's in Daniel Jones. You have running back, one of the top running backs in the league, and you have Allen Pierce, who one of the best deep threats, vertical receivers in the league, and then you got other guys, other pieces in there. Tyler Warren he having a great camp right now. I haven't even mentioned his name. I guess we can just say the best for last. Tyler Warren is having a great camp for a year two tight end. Didn't finish the season out strong last year. You can say rookie wall. You can say he didn't have any receivers. You can say play calling. You can say whatever you want. But this
Yeah.
year, I feel like he's going to reach 1,000 easily if everybody healthy.
Yeah, as long as I'll say as long as Daniel Jones stays healthy and as long as he stays healthy, 1,000 yards is not that crazy to say.
It's going to be crazy for me. That's my bold prediction. He's going to get 1,000. If Allen Pierce going to get 1,000, if Josh Downs will get 1,000, he's going to get 1,000. It just he always. I mean, I know it's just training camp. I don't want to get ahead of myself. It's just watching him each week even in we saw what he did in Penn State. Let's not overstate that, understate that. Um, we saw what he did when he had a quarterback with us. It was great. We saw that it was a dip when he had Rivers. We saw it was a dip when he had Riley Leonard. It was a dip. Getting his quarterback back, I think that his numbers will skyrocket. He's going to be great in his offense. He's been great already, but if everybody's healthy, quarterback, offensive line, he stay healthy. I think he can get close to 1,000, but I think he can also probably hit that 1,000 if he's had that. Don't have a inconsistent second half of the season for 2026. So we'll keep an eye on that, but I think he will have a great season for the 2026 season. Also, Josh Downs, I think JT, once he get that contract, I feel like he's gonna get a new found energy. He has it now, but I think he's gonna raise his level up too because he feel like maybe this could be my last contract. Could be possibly. Running backs don't last too long unless you're Derrick Henry, who is 6'4", 260, and he can run forever because it's hard to tackle him. So JT has been showing us that he is a coach for life. He can be a coach for life. He's a leader. He has done all the right things except that 1 year. He's done all the right things. He's carried us when we had bad offenses. He carried us last year even when Daniel Jones was banged up, nicked up, carried us up until he had no quarterback. So now everybody is keeping an eye on him, and he shut him down for the rest of the season. So he still did good. Still did good. So I wonder would he be in the top 100 because right now I think we had 37, 36, and he haven't been called yet. So I don't know. Is he going to be top somewhere? You think he's going to be in the list? Because right now we only got one person.
I mean, he should be.
So
I don't see any reason he wouldn't be. If he's not, then there's a problem.
let's see. It looked like he got. Hey, get off my guy like that, man. He said it's this new look, and he's rocking with that. How long are you going to carry that? That look. I don't know. I'm going through. I'm going to say a phase, but I changed my look too. So
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, it's here to stay. But we'll see.
got to. You grow hair pretty fast, probably. So I'm still trying to grow that. So it's gonna be. I probably gonna be 99 before I grow that. So hey guys, we are going to get up out of here, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to this training camp recap, guys. Again, if you're following us on Facebook, you're following us on X, you're following us on all the other social medias, including YouTube, give us a subscription, give us a like, give us a comment, and just share it. Just share it, guys. If you're on the other social medias, just follow us, guys. Give us a like, comment as well, guys. Let us know that you're here to support the Horseshoe Mob Podcast, guys. We thank you guys for tuning in to this episode, guys. Hey, we finished this episode and Facebook is still running, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. Austin, let them know where they can follow you, where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on X at Cookie Austin 2.
Yes, you can also find me at I'm Josh Senior, and then Josh Senior on all the other platforms. If you want to see me on Facebook talking trash about Miami Heat getting Greek, whatnot, you can follow me on those social medias, but you can follow the brand, what we are here for, the Horseshoe Mob. You can follow us on all platforms, guys, at HS Mob Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in, guys. Let's see what our last comment says. It's going to be Teresa. It is. She said, great show. As always, we thank you for your support, continued support, and support for the future. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for the one that's tuning in tonight. And guys, we're going to be out. Every Tuesday night, yeah, you know the time, 9:30 Eastern, we in our prime.